Yo, welcome back. It's another Oshi no Ko reaction. Sorry, the hair's wet. Not looking pretty for you today. It's alright though. Hopefully it's alright. Had to rush back here. I wanted to get this recording done. And then I had a tire flat, so that was super fucking cool. Definitely exactly what I needed today. Doesn't matter though. It's all fixed because we're about to start episode, is this 5? I think so, right? Last week, Akane figured it out. Well, first of all, we had kind of the resolution between Abiko and Goa, which was great. You know, they finally got to work together. Basically what we've all been asking for, waiting for, what should have happened in the first place, but we get why and how it happened. I'm just happy that it is resolved, and sorry, there's probably going to be a cut there. I just wanted to adjust the camera a little bit. Hopefully that's better. I don't know if it's more crooked, whatever. Yeah, glad that's resolved, and we got to move on to the actual acting part, and we're seeing some hurdles, it seems. Aqua's having panic attacks. Kana can't do anything because Akane's got all the power right now. She's the fake girlfriend, real girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. Gotanda helped out last episode. I love that man. And Akane figured it out. Aqua's having these fever dreams, these panic attacks, fart clouds coming to attack him in his sleep. It's all really sad. We got reminded of his trauma, how much he's been going through, and it was kind of a matter of time before Akane would figure out his whole backstory. She got real close last season, and if you're gonna give the protagonist like a Batman girlfriend, like a major genius detective, she should probably figure it out pretty quick when she was already that close. So I'm glad that happened, but I don't know what it's gonna spell out for us in the future. Aqua pretty much has to relive the moment that kicked off one of the moments that kicked off this series, but relive his greatest trauma, his most deep-rooted trauma. He's got to relive that and somehow figure out how to turn it into something positive and feel positive emotions without getting a panic attack during it all. So let's see. And we saw Gotanda at the end of last episode checking out some files on his computer. I said I didn't know like what the names could mean. I saw like Komachi and stuff. It's probably be Komachi, but there was a few other names. One name in particular that I won't go into, but it's one that I probably should have recognized when I first saw it. I guess let's just get into it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. It all helps. I'd be very grateful. We're a small channel over here, and the support lets me know that I'm doing something right, that I should keep doing these. I'm enjoying it so far, and I guess let's get into it. I'm excited. I did look into this opening. I broke it down in a video. I don't know when that's coming out. I wasn't super happy with it. I'm sure I will post it at some point, so I'm sure I will post it at some point, and the ending as well. Keep in mind though, when that video probably will eventually come out, when that comes out, that's going to be spoilers. I tried to record it with no spoilers. I tried to record it with some spoilers. I couldn't really do it. So I just did it with all the knowledge I had, because there was stuff that I wanted to talk about that I kind of couldn't. I tried to do spoiler warnings. It wasn't really working out. So we'll see if it goes live. We'll see. Ooh. I like the look. That's the mom. I miss the mom. We need more mom scream time. I'm noticing the parallels here. I'm pretty sure it's intentional. We had season 1 in our first episode with Kana back. We had her come to Gotanda's house and meet the family. That's kind of the vibes it had, right? The Oh, let me quick include what this was supposed to look like. I don't know if that's where it's going to be. Maybe it'll be over here. That's what that scene was supposed to look like. The animators have an agenda, I think. Just to let you know. That's the only thing about the manga I'll probably give to you guys. But yeah, man. But I see the parallels here. Girlfriend meeting the family. Kana's not his girlfriend. She's kind of his girlfriend right now, you know, Akane. But I like it. Yeah. It's the same. Didn't Kana ask for that too? Small Aqua. There you go. Oh, this is a different perspective, I think, from... Yeah, this is like it's animated from a different perspective. I like it. I'm sorry. I hate when the subtitles overlap like that. I don't know how to fix that. But that's basically what Kana said last episode, right? How he's just mimicking things that he's seen other people do instead of actually drawing from his own experiences, his own emotions to create a performance. Interesting perspective to have, or I guess something that I never really thought about when it comes to acting. But for someone like Aqua, who doesn't have a lot of emotions to show, or he does have a lot of emotions to show, but he doesn't show them. For someone who struggles to show his emotions, this would be a big pain point for him, I imagine. It's so fucked up, man. Real down on himself. I like the shot. You see that star. You know that's what he was looking at. That face she did reminds me of Fern from Frieren. Is he actually telling her? I mean, she basically already knows, right? Whoa. Here's the thing about Akane and Aqua's relationship. Sorry, I know I'm kind of pausing a lot, but I do want to say this. It's kind of built on something a little bit unhealthy. Just the foundation of it. I do like their relationship and their dynamic, but it is, right? Like, a lot of her attachment is from a very... It came from a very emotional place. I don't know a better way to put it. A very she was in a very sensitive place when he saved her, and that's where a lot of her attachment comes from, that moment. And obviously what he did for her on Love Now was amazing, but it kind of, through all that, gave me a little bit of uneasiness if she's going to be so attached to him when that's kind of like one of the main things that built their relationship. I don't... she's already someone who's also kind of unhealthy in some ways, or at least a little unstable mentally. I don't want to make it sound too harsh, but she just has shown those kind of signs. I don't want to downplay that or exaggerate it, but it's something that always kind of worried me a little bit. And when she got that kind of like crazy moment during the her breaking down Ai in the first season, that kind of made me freak out a little bit too. So everybody's got their opinions on the whole thing, but I always thought that their relationship was a little dicey, maybe, or just it's something that I always kind of have in the back of my mind when they get like this, or when Akane gets like this. It feeds into his kind of like dark self and this thing that, in my opinion, his arc has kind of been trying to get away from. So I don't know. It's a little bit. Would you call her a little bit of an enabler, or something? It reminds me a little bit of when Kana interrupted last episode. Akane was kind of more soft on him and trying to support him, but maybe not getting him to where he needs to be, and kind of jumped in and told him straight up, So maybe that's what they're going for here. I don't know. I know I've read the manga, but I still don't. I don't know how exactly I see these two. Regardless, it's very interesting to watch.
罪を背負うなら私も一緒に背負いたい。ビジネス上の彼氏彼女だとしてもさ。
まともじゃない。
私のことまともだと思ってくれてたんだ。私は君にも彼氏の責務を求めるよ。
責務
They'd be a pretty great team. She's a big asset towards his goal.
でも姫川のコンビは強すぎる。負けたら悔しくて死んじゃうかも。私を見殺しにする気？彼氏なのに。
そうだな。彼女を死なせないのは彼氏の責務だな。できれば感情演技を使わずに。
I just kind of thought about that line a little bit. Kind of exactly what I was saying about the whole not letting his girlfriend die. I don't know how to take all that. It's just kind of dark in a way, but it's not. It's like innocent here. It's just like the undertones are kind of affecting me a little bit.
台本読んだが規模の割に尖ってるっつうか結構チャレンジングな構成だな。すごい演技じゃなくてぴったりの演技ができる役者になれと言ったよな。それを踏まえて星野アクアはどう読み取る？この舞台においてのぴったりとは何だ？
強烈な感情演技。
一から叩き直してやる。
Training arc?
ひでえ演技。
You gotta stop watching that shit, bro. He just opened the door to see this?
俺のことを知ってんの？あ、アクアの妹かなんか。あいつなら。
I love Ruby, man.
今日の稽古ももう終わってる。俺は居残りでちょっとやらせてもらってるだけで。
そうなんですか。私てっきり。じゃあ毎晩遅くまで何してるの？
そういや最近は黒川と一緒に帰って。
ちょっと電話して聞いてみよう。ルビー、野暮はあかん。綺麗な彼女と二人で帰って。いつも遅くまで帰って。
Oh my god.
わかんない。お兄ちゃんは何をしてるの？エッチなことやる。エッチなこと？そんな。
More like planning a murder.
高校生であんな美人な彼女おったら止まらんで。
Relax. Whoa.
お兄ちゃんはそんなことしない。高校生の子相手にそんな軽はずみに子供ができるような真似しない。してたら。心の底から軽蔑する。ルビー？
Whoa.
大丈夫。私はお兄ちゃんを信じてるから。秘密主義はいつものことだしね。
I doubt I really have to go into that one.
トイレお借りしてもいいですか?
But I love that. I'm sorry. I am pausing. I love that they included that. I love it. That's a great detail. Of course they would both have a strong feelings about that. So I like that a lot. Something I didn't think of, but of course, right? Damn, she's kind of scary, man. probably just makes her look more like a bro kind.
じゃあ役者の子可愛いもんね。
そんな可愛いなんて。
This guy's actually getting some lines.
じゃあせっかくだし今度みんなで遊ぼうよ。これ俺の LINE。
Yo, back up, bro.
鴨志田さん、金田一さんが来いって緊急招集。次の機会にね。
Good looks, Mel. Good looks, man.
誰もいねえじゃん。まあ嘘だし。あれ、アクアの妹の友達。手出したらまずいでしょ。何それ、そんな理由で邪魔したのかよ。別に女遊びにどうこう言わない。
Alright.
仕事に支障が出るかもしれない相手はダメじゃね。出ねえよ支障なんて。わかんないだろ。俺たちはプロなんだから。一応プロってろくに演技もできねえやつが俺にプロか。
Shut up, man.
笑う。チャラチャラモデルやりながら片手間にドラマやって、今度はコネで舞台のお仕事。自分が一番下手なの。
Kinda. A little bit, right? Because he's part of the Kaburagi group, if I remember right. Actually, both of them are. I don't remember this guy's name. I need to learn it. Because now he's getting lines. But obviously, Melt was not a good performance on Sweet Today. So I wonder why Kaburagi actually put him on. It's weird. I mean, maybe it is just because he wanted a pretty face. Maybe his character doesn't have any lines. I don't know. But he's stressing like he's got lines. We'll have to see. This guy can shut the fuck up, though.
俺が作品の質を落としてんだけど、俺は曲がりなりにも実績が評価されてここにいる。実力ねえやつが生きって説教かましてくんの一番ダセえのよ。あの子胸でかかったのにな。やってらんねえ。
Gross.
分かってんだよ。
お兄ちゃんの友達って言うから LINE 交換したんだけど、今度みんなでご飯行こうって。ダメだった？女の連絡先をガツガツ聞いてくる 2.5 役者は大抵えぐい。そいつ
Let her know, senpai.
やりちんだよ。ブロックしておくから。
Yeah, Ruby just needs protection, man.
何睨んでるのよ。睨んでないんですけど。嘘つきなさい。いつもの眠そうな目が私の時だけ異様にキッとしてるでしょ。かなちゃんが自分のこと特別な存在だとか思い上がってるからそう感じるだけじゃない？私を誰だと思ってるの？天才子役よーって。今の自分を磨く努力はしてるの？随分と口が悪くいらっしゃってまあ。
I thought she'd be more hurt by that.
私の
I
こと
guess
が
not.
嫌いなんでしょうね。大嫌いで大嫌いでしょうがないからそういうこと言う。そうなのよね。黒川茜ちゃん。
I knew what was coming. I'm sorry.
小耳に挟んじゃったのね。かの天才役者と名高い黒川茜が演劇を始めるきっかけになった役者がいるって。な人かと気になって。
She's outing her, bro.
そしたらあれ茜ちゃん、私に憧れて演劇始めたの？やだもん。
The peppers.
一方通行の思いでごめんね。
Her voice actress is popping off.
どうじゃねえなお前。
誰が教えたの？ララライの誰かでしょ。
すまん。
姫川さん。確かに昔はそうだった。心の気持ちを持って児童劇団に入った。でも実物見たらこうじゃない。態度が大きくて失礼で。マルチタレント気取りでアイドルとかやって。
Akane fans are fuming right now, bro. All the Akane fans who are Kana haters, man, absolutely killing them right now.
金稼いで。ちょっとスタッフさん、稽古場にファンが紛れ込んでて怖いんですけど。ファン？私は演者なんだけど。
根が真面目なお前じゃ煽り合いで有馬に勝てない。
ピーマン体操が代表作のくせに。
あ、意外とダメージ入ったな。
そっちだって代表作は恋愛リアリティショーでしょうが。マルチタレントはどっちよ。もうムカつく。なんなのあの人は。
まあ有馬は口悪いところあるからな。
悪いのは口じゃなくて性格だよ。
俺も子役の頃の有馬と共演したことは。
Yeah, she was kind of horrible.
性格終わってたでしょ。
いや、そんな。そういえば殺してやろうと思って。
でしょ。稽古が始まる。行こう。見たあの顔、本気で悔しそうだったわね。
あんな使い方するって知ってたら教えてなかったわ。 彼女なんだしさ、うまく
ビジネス上のね。
やった方が。
まあ理由はいろいろあるけど、茜と私は演技の向き合い方から違うし、役柄に対するアプローチもいい演技。
Yeah, it's like they're just destined to be on opposite sides.
あの子の演技からは、私が正しい、あなたは違う。そういう圧を感じるわけ。
It looked great.
本当
Wow.
にムカつく。
This whole episode looked
天
great.
才子役も第二次成長期過ぎたらただの一般人って言われ続けて、今まさに評価されていて、このままだとあの子が正しかったってなるじゃない。
因縁の相手ってわけか。
安っぽい言い方したらそうなるわね。でも安心して、私はあの子に演技で負けてるなんて一度も思ったことないから。
Yo,
有馬と黒川、どっちの方が優
I'm
先
getting goosebumps, bro.
二人は子役からやってるベテランで、どっちもうまいし、優劣つけるだけ野暮だと思うけど、そこをあえて言うなら天才って言われるだけある。だけど有馬の方が演技というものに執着が強い。
Mm-hmm.
今回は有馬が勝つ。俺がいる。
Oh, it's like the OP. Oh, wow.
いや、あの人と同じ板に立ったらお前の下手さが際立つもんよ。
I can't wait for Melters to embarrass this guy, man. OST's going crazy. Whoa. Damn.
絶対に負けない。
They made this episode look good, man.
緊張してる？
I'm gushing, man. I'm gushing a little bit. I feel like I'm not even talking enough.
出しして、これで失敗したら全部私のせい。
It was gonna suck. It was gonna suck if you didn't.
自分の作ったものが世界で自分だけしか面白いと思わないものだったら、そう思うと。
大丈夫ですよ。
I didn't realize the height difference between them was like so significant. Unless Yoriko just put on some heels. But still, it's like a lot.
だとしたら、この世界に最低でも2人は面白いと思ってる人がいることになりますよね。
That's right. You're not alone.
あれ、割と仲良くなれたと思ってたのに。
気にしないでください。男子の免疫ないだけなんで、本当はそうされるのが嬉しい子なんで。
いい舞台になると信じてますよ。
実力ね。
Mm. Oh, yeah.
その他でも言うな。
Oh, I like the detail with her nails. She said it's the nails thing, you know, that she did that caused the scratch. Her sister was, I think, like a nail technician or something. I like that. I don't know if that was in the manga, but I like that detail a lot.
なんでタレントと付き合ってる女って綱渡りしたがるんだろうな。
芸能人だって恋すればただのアホな女の子だからね。
Oh, that's right. I forgot. They're keeping a secret.
めっちゃ可愛い子いる。
It's weird to hear people hit on Ruby, man. I'm like protective. It's weird.
親の顔見てみたい。
But you can see everybody recognizing her like they would have recognized I.
なんか偉い人になったみたいで気分いいね。
どうやらないの。
相変わらず怖い顔。
監督さんに自分の演技を見てもらおうなんて、そのくらいにはこの舞台に入れ込んでるってことかしら。
早熟と茜。
Precocious.
教えられるだけのこと、心的外傷については根本的な解決はできていない。
Yeah.
あれだけ演技にマジになるあいつを見るのはいつぶりだろうな。まあ、なんとかするんだろう。
I love how Gotanda just always has such faith in Aqua.
悔しいけど意識はしちゃうのよね。こんなこと言うのもちょっと尺だけど、あんたとまたやるの。誰にも私をもう元天才子役なんて呼ばせなくしてやるから。私もかなちゃんとやるの楽しみにしてたよ。ずっと。
They make them both so likable in different ways, and they're so intense too. Damn, bro. Can he do it?
のところでいろいろ試してはみたけど、こいつの劇場は全然抑えられない。
This guy.
ような怒りと後悔、
Hmm.
凍りつくような悲しみと復讐心、
All of it in the mirror. Wow.
一瞬で
引き戻される。
This episode is just something else.
足りない才能を補うために使えるものは全部使う。それが僕のやり方だ。
開幕だ。
Ah, my God. Next week.
出してこい。
That's beautiful, man. Oh my God. I'm so ready. Fuck, man. Come on. You know, just that was all the setup for the play. That was all the setup. You know the shit is gonna hit. It looked that good, and it was just like the beginning of it. We didn't get into any of the play. Dude, a week. Get out of here, man. This might be my favorite episode so far. I think I would have said episode 3 was my favorite of the season. This one was good. Obviously, it looked good, but like there were a lot of characters. We got insight into a little bit of Akane and Kana's kind of dynamic, whatever, rivalry. We got Ruby screen time. That's pretty scarce. And this is episode 5. Aren't there 13 episodes? So we're going to get the play. And then what? I kind of thought that this was going to last. It's a long arc, this play. I don't know how many episodes the performance is going to last. Like, I don't know. I'm full, man. I just ate up a great episode. I was probably cheesing that whole time. That was so good. What happened first? There was so much. Sorry if the clicking's kind of loud. Maybe I can try to edit some of that sound out, because I gotta really... I can't explain to you my setup right now, but it's like kind of fucked. Yep, so I was talking about this whole thing earlier with the parallels with Kana and Akane. I think they have the most, I can confidently say actually, out of everything in the whole series, Akane and Kana's rivalry during this arc is just really, really good writing. I obviously won't go into it, but it's something that you should know. I love this part of the series. I love their dynamic, and I love how intentional every scene is with Akane here in the first half, with both of them in this whole episode. But here in the first part, they're just back at the director's place, and it's basically what happened in I think episode 3 of season 1. They're at his place. They're in like the same room, his like studio area, and then you got Akane looking through the, I don't know, what are these documents, whatever they are. And then eating with the mom, that whole thing, the whole mentioning of showing the recordings of Aqua's performance, which I assume is what would have been in that folder that said Aqua last episode. It was just like his performances, maybe. Off screen, we got, I assume, a little bit of a training art for the both of them, trying to get Aqua ready for this performance, which I don't know how successful that's going to be. He was not looking hot at all in that scene in the dressing room. I got a shot right here of them standing on the balcony that I really like. It reminds me of Aqua and Kana with Aqua as Pieon in season 1. There's a lot of, even the lighting reminds me of that actually. I'm looking, it's got like the blue and purple like lights, which I guess they do sometimes just at night in this series. Just everything about this feels very intentional. I like the attention to detail, if that's what they're going for. If not, it's still effective in that way. Just tells Akane he's the first. I think she's the first person. Does Gotana know about him being? I think he knows, right? Yeah, he knows about. Yeah, no. Gotana definitely knows about Aqua being Ai's child. Yeah, he was like having flashbacks to it. What am I talking about? But this is the first person outside of like his family, close people to him. This is the first person he's told. So this is a big deal. And maybe that is part of the thing. Like, he just trusts her more now, given everything they've been through. And they had that really touching moment at the end of last episode. So she's gonna help him kill the dad, I guess. Honestly, there probably aren't many people better suited for the job than this chick, because she is like just in the wrong line of work. She should be in like the CIA. Oh, this whole scene, you got Ai looking over it. The star is what I mean. It seems pretty obvious that's what that's supposed to represent. And then I talked about how this is all really cool, but how just the way it makes me feel a little bit about Akane. It doesn't make me dislike her. Actually, it's part of what makes me like her. This edgier side to her, despite the timid demeanor she usually has. It's a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know. It's definitely interesting, and we're just gonna have to see where it goes. But in the meantime, Aqua's helping her not die. You know, he's helping her defeat Kana and Himikawa in this play. They've got a lot of work to do since those two are like a powerhouse right now. And then we get a little bit of Melt. Melt. He was a homie this episode. Been looking out for, is it Minami? I think so. I think it's Minami, the pink hair girl. She doesn't get a lot of screen time. She's kind of just Ruby's friend, but I thought she was going to get a little bit this episode. A little bit more to do, but we kind of just had, hold on, let me find out the name of this guy. Sakuya, or Kamoshida, is probably what people are going to refer to him as, so I'll call him Kamoshida. Yeah, kind of just a dickhead asshole type character. Not a lot to say, he's just kind of a dick. And thinks highly of himself. Really hoping Melt puts him in his place, because he was talking crazy this episode, hitting on all the girls. Ruby had a very good point about Aqua and Akane's relationship, which I'm sure from an outside perspective probably makes her look more and more like she's got the brother complex, but it's a good detail, because it's not like they regret being born, but they know the struggle that put Ai through, and also, I mean, really, it's kind of the reason for her death as well. Obviously, that wouldn't mean the same thing for Akane. I mean, actually, there's no saying it wouldn't, because no one would expect it to happen to Ai. It's very interesting to see that, and we saw what looked like a dark star in Ruby's eye. We haven't seen that before, I don't think. Have we? I don't think so. We haven't seen that. We had a hint of her being like kind of scary there for a minute. So, despite how like happy-go-lucky she is all the time, she's got some opinions here. She decided to trust Aqua, which is good because none of that's actually happening. So, yeah, Kamoshida can just fuck off. Keep it in your pants, brah. And then Melt. I don't know what if he's gonna get some tips from Kana, maybe. I don't know how he's gonna improve, or maybe he's already improved and is just kind of being hard on himself. We haven't seen him act. We've only seen him that one time. I jumped the gun a little bit on the whole reveal, but that was the one thing that I did kind of know was gonna happen in this episode, because I saw on Twitter holding that up, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what happens. Because I read the manga like a year ago, and I binged it. I literally read the manga in like 3 days, because I'm just that gross. So I wasn't sure. I'm not sure what's gonna happen in like all these episodes, and especially not how it's gonna look, because it looks fantastic. But this scene was also animated really well. This whole episode looked great, and Kana's voice actress is really just kind of was really impressing me, especially in this part with them arguing. Just an actual professional yapper. That's like her full-time job. Fuck acting. Yeah, Akane makes sense, right? She was famous when, or Kana was famous when she was a kid. So I'm sure there were a lot of actors, young actors starting up who probably looked up to her at the time. The whole scene is just hilarious, man. Their argument can't beat Yoriko and Abiko's. Sorry, that one was too elite. But this one was pretty good of them. I think Akane talked about the bell pepper dances. We get a quick flash of something between Akane and Kana. Maybe because I think they said they acted in the past or something. They said act together again. So maybe that was a past project they worked on. And they brought up the whole like different acting styles again. I didn't really think that would come back up. Because Kana on Sweet Today, which is the only other time we get to see her act, was very influenced by the people around her. And now she's got Himekawa, who's supposed to be goated. And that's different from Akane, who's kind of maybe a little bit more like Himekawa and is the one driving that, is the one who's kind of calling all the attention to them instead of supporting her fellow actors. Either way, it's builds to a good performance. Aka is probably someone who's like really into acting because there's a lot of that in this series. Kana wants to fight for it, and I get that. This whole industry is very competitive, so of course I get it. You're always trying to fight to make yourself stand out, even a little bit, despite the performance, whatever performance you're going for. You gotta try to outact people a little bit because there's gonna be someone in the crowd who's could be your ticket to a next job. I saw a shot. There's a shot that I'm actually gonna put. I'm gonna scroll back. I'm gonna put this up. Okay, tell me this scene doesn't remind you of when Akane embodied I for the first time. It's like the same. The shot from the feet, walking, and then we pan up. Isn't that how it went? I'm pretty sure it was. It's just, like I said, it's constant. The parallels between those two. It's not like Kana's never been paralleled with I as well. You know, the entire JIF performance was kind of that. Both of them are being shown to be similar in one way or another to I, who kind of resembles just like peak entertainer and superstar. You know, they've both of them being animated basically the same way as her is really telling, I think. We got so much eye candy in this episode. Yoriko grew like a foot. Or maybe she just stood up. Maybe that's all that happened. No, she's got to have heels on or something. She's like almost as tall as Goa. We get Kichijoji looking at the poster of Melt. We know that she's got the grudge with him, so that's extra pressure on him as well. He knows that she's going to see this. This is his chance, you know, to prove himself to her, get her forgiveness. She's probably being a little bit too harsh on him. This whole thing about being mad at the actors because they played a character you didn't like, it's not entirely his fault, you know. The entire Sweet Today production was BS. The whole series was bastardized. It wasn't just Melt alone. He just happened to be one of the lead roles. I think that's something a lot of people need to keep in mind. You know, you can't. I always get so grossed out. I love Yoriko, but I hate when people are just like bully actors because of their performance. Let me talk about this. The dub for this series. I don't know if it's already getting dubbed for season 2, but season 1's dub was okay. It wasn't good. It wasn't good, in my opinion. But the way that people were treating the voice actors was disgusting in season 1. It was horrible, and it was so bad because how much of season 1 was about like your online presence and like criticizing the way people talk about celebrities and stuff online and the little thought they put into it, and then people went and berated these guys on Twitter because of their performances. It was just bad. And so I think we're hopefully when this gets dubbed, people will learn from that, or maybe we're going to have a Melt situation with the dub and they kind of improved and stuff as well. And hopefully people learn from this and know not to just like bully these actors because they're still trying. That's something that I love that Oshi no Ko gets across, is that people rarely are trying to make something worse. Rarely is it genuinely malicious, their intent. Like, there's no way. So I get real heated when people don't know how to act towards like actors and stuff online. I hate that. So hopefully Melt gets treated right. Hopefully Yoriko learns that lesson. Hopefully everybody else learns it too. Sorry, that's kind of a tangent, but definitely something that I'm opinionated on. And then yeah, the rest is just kind of. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot about Aqua's panic attack. Bro didn't even do anything yet. He just saw pictures of his mom, and he's freaking out in here. I love that it's all in this window, right? Because it's all reflections of himself. Everything that's happening is happening to him, but he says it's that guy's emotions. He's referring to his past self as somebody else. So maybe he has reached that point where he views this as his life now. Maybe he's starting to get there. I don't know. But I just love the way it was shot. I wasn't sure. I did go back. I know last episode I was like, was this like ghost thing in the manga? It was in the manga. It wasn't shown like this. I think I wasn't sure how I felt about the way they showed it's like this dark cloud thing. It didn't look like that. I dig it now. It's actually really cool, and it's animated really well. It's like scary. A lot of creative choices as far as directing in this episode. Kendaichi's chilling. He's just around. That's basically been his role, just stand there begrudgingly, arms crossed. Fantastic. I loved it. Yeah, probably my favorite of the season so far. It's really good. We're getting to the point that I really wanted to see because, of course, having read the manga, I am being reminded constantly of what's been happening. But the thing that I knew I was looking forward to is this play because everything has been enhanced by this adaptation. Every single part. It's actually perfect, except for this. This is unacceptable. But as far as improving on the source material, this has been very successful. Even in season 1, all of those like songs, the performances, that you don't actually get lyrics even to the songs. You don't get music, obviously. You don't get singing or the choreo or any of that during the idol performances of the first season. And when you get all that and you're there, and it changes the whole scene and makes everything that you read before way more impactful. And it's just really cool that the show talks about adaptations and all that while doing one. Me enjoying this adaptation so much gives me a lot of high hopes for their adaptation of the stage play, because it's going to be a stage play adaptation of an in-universe manga while also being an anime adaptation of the real manga that this series is. So it's so meta, and it's crazy, and I know it's going to be good. I know it is. I'm so excited for next week. I want to hear the voice acting go crazy. I want to see the animation. I just know it's going to look good. And so, with that being said, I guess I'm just going to have to wait a week, and so are you. And when this comes, come back, come here. You're going to be able to see me just absolutely freaking out over this play, over everything, because this is really good. Really good. My vocabulary seems to have shrunk in the past week, because all I've been doing is been calling this great and good and glazing the hell out of this episode. But is it glazing? No, it's not. This is exactly what I wanted and more from the anime. I'm talking in circles, so let me get out of here. Thank you for stopping by. Like the video, helps a lot. Leave a comment. I don't know, just tell me something. Tell me if you're a Kana supporter or an Akane supporter, or if you don't care, since a lot of that was in this episode. Tell me that. Tell me why. Tell me why I'm wrong about Kana. Tell me why I should be rooting for Akane more. And tell me how you've been feeling about the adaptation yourself so far, even if you haven't read the manga. Keep spoilers out of the comments if you have, but just let me know. Are you happy with the way it's been going with all the acting and stuff, or are you more in it for the murder mystery, because that's been pretty sidelined? Anyway, like, subscribe, hit the bell, come back. Thank you, and goodbye.